So another holiday season has passed, and chances are you didn't get what you wanted. Maybe all you got was some socks. Or maybe you're loved enough that you got one of those rectangular pieces of plastic. You know, the one they give you when they're like, I don't know what the hell to buy you. Just go buy something yourself. Well, either way, in today's video, I'm going to cover some different tools in different price points that you need to buy for your shop. So the theme of today's video is showing you some of my top tool picks in the common gift card denominators. 20, 50, and if you're really loved, 100. I'll be looking at tools at the old Amazon, as well as some tools that you might be able to pick up at your local hardware store. I'm going to be referencing the big orange one, but you know, they're all pretty much the same. And if you're one of those poor
people
that got a charitable donation made in your honor to the Human Fund, why not stick it to them and splash some cash on yourself? Anyways, that's enough dilly-dally. Let's get into it. So the first tool on the tools under $20 from Amazon list is the Stanley 0-10-598 utility knife. Now, I actually have the older Stanley 10-049, but from the reviews on Amazon and everything that I can see, the newer version is pretty much the same with just a couple minor tweaks. I first learned about this knife a long time ago when I was watching one of UK's most inspiring woodworkers, Paul Sailors. He would use this knife anytime he was doing like dovetails or basically marking out anything on his material. This is hands down the best marking knife I've ever owned. The blade is pretty thin, but also really sturdy. And unlike the marking knives I was using before, if this thing dulls, don't worry about sharpening it. Just pull the old blade out, put in a new blade. They're like a couple bucks, and you're good to go. And because I don't have to worry about sharpening it, I feel way better about when I use it as just a regular knife, like cutting rope, cutting open a box, or cutting open that pain in the ass blister packaging. If you're in the market for a cheap and easy maintainable knife for the shop, this one takes the cake for me. Okay, so this next tool is a close relative to a tool that I have recommended multiple times in the shop. It is the FastCap Old Standby Flat Back Tape Measure. In previous videos, I've talked about how the lefty righty from FastCap is the tape measure you should buy for your shop. And I mostly still feel that way. But one of the biggest problems I have with tape measures is the trapeze act you have to do when measuring to the end of the board. The flexibility of this tape measure pretty much fixes that. Another really cool feature about this tape measure is that it lays flat. That's really nice because now I can just lay my square right across it, basically eliminating one step of my process. And because this particular model is a storyboard model, it means that I can actually just mark right on it, and that helps make more repeatable measurements. So yes, the lefty righty is still a great tape measure that you should have in your shop, but this tape measure is still a value add to any woodworker's shop. So tape measures are great and all, but if you really want to step up your craft, you need a good set of calipers. And these ones from Nico are a great bang for your buck. They're built to stainless hardened steel. They're able to measure to the nearest 128th of an inch or 100th of a millimeter. And they have an accuracy of 1,000th of an inch or 0.02 of a millimeter. And if you have simpleton tendencies like me, you'll really appreciate the fraction readout option it has, because math hard. So I've shown you some options you can get at Amazon for under $20, but let me show you something you can get at Home Depot for under $20. This is the Kreg Portable Drilling Guide. It's a pretty neat little tool that Kreg made. Pretty simple. You've got 1/2 inch, 3/8, 5/16, quarter, 3/16, 1/8 inch. What I really like about it is it's got this rubberized bottom here, so it sticks to the wood pretty good. Doesn't really slide around easily. It also has some grooves in it for 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch material, and that makes centering it easy. The only issue I have with it is that most of the time, if you're working with any sheet goods, plywoods are usually not actually 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. So this doesn't really work great with plywood, although you could probably 3D print something for it. Maybe. Another cool thing about it is that it actually sets like on dowels pretty well. So you can actually find the center of a dowel pretty easy because of the stepping that it has. So that's kind of cool. And if you're doing like a dowel, like the side of a dowel, you just put it like that and then clamp down and there you go. And it stays on there pretty good. So pretty good little tool from Craig. You know, they're always coming out with things that make it easy for the DIYer. So little tool, under $20. I would recommend it. And while we're here, I think this is a great time to mention consumables. Under $20, you can stock up on some glue, screws, sandpaper, maybe some 3D printing filament. Speaking of 3D printing, if Santa forgot to bring you a 3D printer for Christmas, don't worry. The sponsor of today's video may be able to help you out, PCBWay. PCBWay is basically a one-stop shop. If you need 3D printing, they've got you covered. CNC machining, they do that too. Sheet metal, injection molding, yep. Basically, if you can design it, PCBWay can make it. And right now they're running a pretty cool contest for their 3D printing mascot design. So if you're a creative person, unlike myself, go ahead and give it a shot, see what you can come up with. They have all the way up to a $500 cash bonus prize. Submissions are only open for a limited time, so procrastinators, you've been warned. I'll leave a link down below to the contest as well as PCBWay.com. Be sure to check them out for all your manufacturing needs. Thanks again, PCBWay. Now let's see what $50 tools we got. The first tool on the list from tools under $50 on Amazon is going to be the ProSensor T13 stud finder from Franklin Sensors. I don't remember what YouTuber recommended this to me years ago, but man, thank you. You're welcome for the commission, by the way. I hope you didn't spend that $2.20 all in one place. But seriously though, if you've ever struggled to find a stud,
no time, but she did, no time!
Just pause the video and go buy one of these right now before you forget. It is so good. I live in an old wonky double wide. The only thing more uneven than the walls of my house are the highways that you'll find throughout Central California. I struggled for so long to find a stud in the house.
Really? Nothing.
I pretty much gave up and just started doing the old spray and pray method. Then one day, I was enlightened. This Franklin stud finder is like an old tick hound. I haven't had a stud that I couldn't find. Seriously, if I had a top 10 tools that changed my life video, this would make the cut. Just go buy it. The second tool on this list is the gripper. It's the gripper from Microjig. If you're watching this video, you've seen this. Do I really need to sell it to you? Can we just move on? Okay, fine. I imagine there is a scenario where you've seen the gripper, you know everything about it, and you're like, meh, $50 for a push stick? Pass. What if I told you that I still have all 10 of my fingers? And it's not because I have some schmancy, fancy saw stop. It's because I have this. Now it's not foolproof, and I'm not saying that buying this will make sure your fingers are safe, but it could be the difference. And even if safety isn't the #1 selling point for you, the 1/8 inch attachment for this thing is actually really nice for keeping thin pieces from getting caught up in the saw. So for me and all the people that would care to ask my opinion, every shop should have a gripper. Not sponsored, by the way. But you guys tell me what you think. Is this just a glorified push stick? I'd love to hear. The next tool is the Hoto cordless auto dispensing glue gun. Want to feel like you've made it? Buy this little Hoto cordless glue gun. Now the Hoto tool brand could be an entire video all by itself, but I just had to put this one in here. I've had an old corded hot glue gun for years and it works, but man, this is so much nicer. This thing heats up in 30 seconds. It's rechargeable via USB-C and auto dispensing. So you just press the trigger and out flows the hot and sticky. Is this tool a must buy? Maybe not. Will you regret buying it? No. No, you will not. Now a tool that I picked up for under $50 at Home Depot that I think everybody should have is a set of DeWalt chisels. Okay, wait. Don't leave the video. I'm not telling you to go buy chisels because I think you need to be the next Rob Crosman making hand-cut dovetails in your shop. I'm just saying sometimes a chisel is the simplest tool to get the job done. And although you probably could sharpen these things well enough to get some nice hand-cut dovetails out of them, that's not why I'm recommending them. These are utility chisels or sacrificial chisels. I actually have had these, which is like Buck Bro, and these chisels are glue scrapers, persuaders, gouge makers.
Oh, you're rhyming?
You see what I'm saying? They are for getting the ugly yet good enough job done. Now, you can get a cheaper set than these, but I recommend these because they have a thick metal strike cap just for beating the crap out of them with a hammer. And they come reasonably sharp right out of the package. So yeah, chisels, glue scrapers, pry bars, whatever you want to call them, just pick up a set. Tools from Amazon under $100. Number one, it's not really a tool, but something you use in the shop, so that counts, right? It is the Space Ones by Soundcore, also known as Anker, noise canceling headphones. For a long time in the shop, I used a cheap set of noise canceling headphones, and eventually they just degraded and, well, disintegrated actually, and just became impractical to wear. So I started looking around for a new, nice pair that was fairly inexpensive. That's when I stumbled across these. I don't dive super into the weeds, but surface level, these headphones check a lot of boxes. Some key features that drove me to buying these are they're foldable, which means they're less likely to break in the shop. They have this really super soft PU leather headband, and the ear pads are also made of PU leather, which makes them really easy to wipe down and clean, and dirt and dust won't permeate into the fabric. They have up to 55 hours of battery life if you're not using the adaptive noise cancellation. If you're using the adaptive noise cancellation, they still have about 40 hours of battery life. And I've had these for a little over 6 months in the shop, and I think I've charged them 4 or 5 times, and they've never died on me. Every time you turn them on, they tell you, whether the battery is medium, high, low, whatever. And they have an app that you can download on your phone also to monitor them and set some of the settings, including another feature. They have LDAC support. This might get a little nerdy, but LDAC support is actually kind of cool. Now, it's not something that's supported on all devices, but if you have an Android phone that is newer than 5 or 6 years, you probably have LDAC support. In a nutshell, LDAC is an audio codec that has much higher bitrate, allowing for less compression, resulting in a much better sound. These things sound great. My wife actually got a pair to replace her Bose Quiet Comforts because she tried these and fell in love with them. This is not sponsored, but if you're in the market for a non-tool shop upgrade, might want to give these a gander. They come with a little bag too. A couple things I forgot to mention about these that I think are really cool. It's got this sensor in here that's like a wear sensor. So when you have them on, the music will be playing. When you take them off, the music will stop playing, which is pretty cool. Also, they have this feature that's like a passive mode or something like that. So when you have them on, if you just hold your hand like this, it'll dampen the music, and it'll actually turn the awareness mode on so that it actually uses like the mic to push audio into the headphones so you can actually hear somebody talking to you, which is really cool because like a lot of times when I'm in the shop, I'll have my music on and my wife might like step in or something like that. And so when I see her come in, I don't have to like take them off. I can just hold my hand there, and after like, I think it's like 3 seconds, it'll turn down the music and turn up the outside audio so I can hear her talking to me. Anyways, I just thought I'd point those out because I thought they were pretty cool features. So yeah, buy these. Next tool under $100 on Amazon is the Micro Jig Match Fit Dovetail Kit. I gotta be honest, I forget how legit this system is. In a small shop like mine, you're constantly trying to add versatility to your work surfaces. Specifically for my shop, the workbench doesn't actually overhang the cabinet at all, so the only place for me to clamp material down was at the end of the bench. This is not ideal. So enter in the Match Fit system. Out of all the systems available for a workbench, I think the Match Fit system has to be the easiest. Dog holes are nice and have a ton of accessories, but then you have holes all in your workbench for things to fall into. It also means that you have to have clearance under your workbench, which I don't have. T-Track systems are cool, but they require additional hardware. and it can get kind of expensive. That's what I love about the match fit system. Just chuck the bit in the router, set the depth, line up a straight edge, get routing. Boom, done. You can make it as long as you want or as small as you want. For $100, this is a great kit, and if you want to add to it, you can try 3D printing your own match fit hardware. If you're struggling with your current hold down system or looking to build one out, consider the match fit kit. Okay, so I have to eat some crow here. A while back, I had a really hot take. Now, this was coming off of my first purchase of a Festool dust extractor after a bunch of YouTubers told me to buy it because it was the best thing ever, and it's pretty dang good. But I went and did this.
No. I was talking about this piece of shit.
It's your money, you spend it how you like, but I would not spend it on this again. 5 rigid shop vacs. Now, I still stand by that opinion, given the context and experience I had at the time. But man, I did some upgrades to this thing and I was pretty blown away. I did do a follow-up video where I did some testing and whatnot. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I told you, Festool wins. Ha! Well, found that after putting a bag on it, a premium filter, was pretty freaking sweet.
Sweet.
So, I can recommend that you buy a rigid shop vac, but with some caveats. I think you need to buy a nice anti-kink hose. Not that there's anything wrong with kinks, but I prefer my hose not to have them. And Rigid does make a anti-kink and anti-static hose. I just use my Festool hose because I have a Festool hose, but I mean, you could buy one if you want. But anyways, need to get a nice filter for the thing, and I think that you should put a bag on it. Now, the bags, you got to be careful because they can rip. I use the Rigid bags. I would probably stay away from third-party ones, but dealer's choice. You do whatever you want. But I think with those upgrades, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I know I was. One last option for you before I go. All these tools I just showed you, don't buy any of them.
Come again?
Buy that one tool that you've been wanting for years, months, days, weeks, I don't care. Just buy it. If you did get a gift card, consider it an excuse to splurge. Maybe it's 10 bucks off, 20 bucks off, 100 bucks off. It doesn't matter. It's cheaper than it was before. Life's short and you can't take it with you. So, as the great Tom Haverford once said many, many times,
Treat yourself.
bye.